Hello, Grandmasters. Mike from the WCA. I want to take you through the blog post this week because there was a lot of important things that went on, and I think the pictures really tell the story well, much better than I could do with writing. And also further down, we kind of explained the tournament process and why we think it's so important. So let's just take a look at the pictures first. So here, we see a middle school student here who's going to be playing her first tournament. She's never played a rated tournament before, and she's really interested in doing that. I'm very happy that she's doing that because most middle school kids, unfortunately, tend to leave chess more than get into it because either their academics or other things come in the way, and chess is harder to do. So by middle school, a lot of kids have been playing since kindergarten, so that could be up to 6 or 7 years of chess already. So we're very, very proud of the middle school students who are going at it for the first time. Wonderful. So she's playing Mihiro, my teaching assistant, or one of my teaching assistants this session. And if you look at what I'm circling here, his posture, that's exactly what you would see if you played him in a tournament. And what I like about him a lot, actually all of the guys helping me this session, they always sit at the board as if they were in a real tournament. And I think that makes a great impression for the students. So if you were in class, you would have heard me actually say that. And this little guy here, Chris, is a first grader. I hope you can see me toggle him. He's way in the back, and he's looking over and listening to what I'm saying because I think he wants to get out there and play. But as a first grader, he's got a whole different set of issues to work with. These two guys in the middle, Josh and Chris, now maybe that's the real Josh, but I'm not going to say. Anyway, they have their own set of issues to work on, as does Mihiro as a master. And we're really proud at the WCA of the fact that we kind of all admit that there are obstacles to overcome in chess at every level, and we like the process of getting over them. Let me just scroll down a little bit. Another middle school student, Kenan, about to play his first tournament. Dennis made an enormous amount of progress since becoming a WCA student. His notation is almost flawless. And at the beginning, he did not want to notate at all. He's become like a model student with us. Just incredible stuff going on. First grader had to play me this week. I made the joke saying he wasn't fazed in the least. And why should he be? And that's really, there's a lot of truth in that, because the more you play chess, the more you realize it has absolutely nothing to do with your size, your age, where you come from. It's your ability to just sit, play, and kind of learn from every experience. And I like shots like this, and I purposely just snap them. I'm not a professional photographer by all means. You can certainly tell that. But I like to snap these shots because this is what it really looks like in tournaments. You may have a first grader, and these are middle school students behind him. So that always impresses me about chess. Here is Kenan again, and we're talking a lot to him about what that first experience is going to be like as a middle school student. Here's one of my favorite shots of the week. Okay, so this one I admit, I purposely took Andrew and pushed his chair to the side and made him look like he was sitting sideways, and he commented, "Hey, don't let my mom see this. She's going to get mad." So, Mom, if you're listening, I did this on purpose. But I want you to see the difference between what it looks like when you're sitting squarely over the board as opposed to sitting to the side. This kind of shows a little bit of disinterest, and the other person is sitting kind of really focused over the board. So Andrew normally sits this way. So this is my fault, guys, but that's what we do. This picture is the set position that we took for the class. And what we mean by a set position, this is a very, very valuable teaching tool for even the coaches that watch these videos. You take a position from a game. This was taken from a game Anatoly Karpov played, who became world champion after Bobby Fischer did not defend his title after 1972. And he's playing no other than Boris Spassky with black, who was Fischer's opponent in that 1972 match. So what would happen is we put this position on the board. We had Mihiro, who knew in advance this was coming, kind of give his analysis of what this position is about. So it's not going to move. We're not going to move any of these pieces. We talked about the material. We talked about the pawn structure, the king safety, which side was better and why. It's a 4 o'clock exercise. It's not easy, but the whole point is to show them this, give them some analysis, and then as I scroll down, this picture here that I'm circling is the class in action. They're actually playing that position out under tournament conditions. So it's touch move, there's no talking, etc. And then we come back to the demo board at the end and show everybody what Karpov actually did, kind of compare some notes. So here's Fred and Matthew below playing, which I love. Fred is our resident physician, but he means so much to us. But I always feel bad because he comes with donuts and coffee every week, and the kids charge him, and I hope he doesn't feel that, he's only welcome for the donuts. Anyway, this joke, a chess poem for life, it's really a joke, but it's not. I want to get you playing. I want to get you over it, get you up a level, and repeat and repeat. Not really a poem, but, you got to work with me here, folks. Get in. What does that mean? If you're a beginner, you've never played a tournament in your life, well, obviously you need to get in. Just go out and play one. And I wrote here, and I really believe this, that you should not list the reasons why you don't want to play or why you shouldn't play. I think you should only do that after your first experience. If there is an issue, like the really young students sometimes, they have problems with either notation or they have problems about winning and losing. That's so normal, and that's stuff that's very easy to deal with, and we'll do that. So we're not going to recommend that you play until you get past that stuff. But pretty much that won't take too long. I mean, one session with us, you're ready to go. I mean, everybody this year now is ready to go play chess. Now, what if you're already playing chess, like most of our students have done already? Well, you get in another level. And how does that happen? Well, whatever level you're in, you're going to hit these bad boys, obstacles. They're everywhere in chess. So, for example, if you're playing in the championship section in a local tournament and you suddenly start scoring more than 50%. So what does that mean? 4-round tournament, you start scoring 2.5, 2.5, 3. Every now and then you go 4-0, but you're averaging above 50%. In my opinion, if you can consistently average more than 50% in any one section, I think you're starting to overcome the obstacles that are normally in place, which means, let me scroll down, you should level up, move up a level. So from championship, for example, you would go to future masters. If you're younger and you're playing in, say, a primary section, we're going to move you up to an elementary or a reserve section. For the new parents who don't know what these sections mean, no problem. The next video would explain all that to you. But for all of you who do know, move up levels once you're scoring more than 50%. So for example, if you're playing in championship and you start to score that 50 plus and you move up, you will recognize the obstacles very quickly. Openings you used to play, ideas that you used to play are not coming through for you anymore. The reason is the more advanced players have better defensive resources. They have better opening knowledge. They manage their clocks better. So you're going to find yourself, for example, in time pressure. Well, that's your new obstacle, how to manage your time in this new section, okay? Trust me, the more you do this, and then, of course, repeat. So you're going to have to go back up and get in again. Where? Well, if you're in a new level, guess what? You're in. That's all you need to know. You're in. Open your eyes, find where the obstacles are, and believe me, you'll find them. If not, they'll find you. List them, work them out with your coach, keep working until you get to that 50% number, and then guess what? You got it. You get to do it all over again. All right? I'm extremely proud of all the students at the WCA because I think you're following this stuff. And it makes me really proud to see you struggle with something and then get through it. Okay? I'll see you birds in class.